Hello, Yankees fans. The offseason is heating up, and if you thought things were quiet after the heartbreak against the Blue Jays in the American League Division Series, think again. The front office is already turning the gears behind the scenes, and the Yankees' outfield situation has become the most talked-about topic in the Bronx. Aaron Judge is locked in as a cornerstone of this team, while Trent Giesam has accepted his qualifying offer, which cements his spot for the upcoming season. That leaves just one starting outfield position up for grabs, and the question everyone is asking is, who will fill it? The buzz around New York suggests the Yankees are seriously considering bringing back Cody Bellinger after he opted out of his contract, and they have also been connected to top-tier free agent Kyle Tucker. If the Yankees do land a superstar addition, the ripple effect could be monumental for two of the organization's brightest young talents, Jasson Dominguez and Spencer Jones. Let's start with Dominguez, affectionately known as the Martian. Once the top prospect in New York, Dominguez's 2023 season was cut short by a serious UCL injury requiring Tommy John surgery. Despite this setback, he still managed to appear in 76 games between the minors and majors. For most of last season, Dominguez patrolled left field and occasionally took at-bats as a designated hitter. Offensively, he showed promise, posting league average results with a weighted runs created plus of 103, hitting 10 home runs, and swiping 23 bases, all at just 22 years old. However, the challenge has always been his defense. Last season, Dominguez posted a concerning negative 10 outs above average, with 7 defensive runs saved and a negative 9 fielding run value, ranking among the worst in Major League Baseball for qualified outfielders. With a healthy Giancarlo Stanton expected to occupy the designated hitter role, finding a way to protect Dominguez's glove while maximizing his bat is a significant puzzle for the Yankees. That said, his offensive upside cannot be ignored, and it has made him a tantalizing trade asset. Moving Dominguez could bring in proven Major League contributors, potentially filling critical holes in the rotation or bullpen and providing immediate impact while also addressing depth concerns. Then there's Spencer Jones, standing tall at 6'7", a left-handed power threat who has turned heads throughout the minors. Jones represents a classic sell-high opportunity. Last season, he crushed 35 home runs across AA and AAA, dominating AA with 17 homers and 25 stolen bases in 122 games. His promotion to AAA saw him continue the power surge with 19 home runs in just 67 games, finishing with a staggering 185 weighted runs created plus. But here's where the caution flag comes in. Contact remains a concern. Jones has consistently struck out at alarming rates, surpassing 28% at every level since 2023 and reaching 36.6% in AAA in 2024. A trade now would allow the Yankees to capitalize on his incredible power surge while mitigating the risk that his high strikeout tendencies could hinder him at the major league level. Trading either Dominguez or Jones comes with its own set of strategic questions. Could the Yankees keep both? Realistically, adding a big-name outfielder like Bellinger or Tucker could limit the opportunities for these young players. Without a clear, everyday role, Jones could struggle if he remains in AAA at 25 years old, potentially signaling doubts about his viability as a major league contributor. Dominguez could theoretically platoon with Jones, but his struggles from the right side of the plate, hitting just .204 against left-handed pitching last season, make that a complicated scenario. If both stay, they would likely share time in left field or as a designated hitter, with neither earning full-time status. Strategically, the easiest approach may be to start the season with both and explore a trade for one once the season unfolds and other teams face injuries, keeping the Yankees flexible while maximizing the return value for the player moved. Off the field, the Yankees are also exploring blockbuster trades to bolster the pitching rotation. After the disappointing loss to the Blue Jays, the team is rumored to be pursuing a move that could reshape their starting staff entirely. The acquisition of a two-time All-Star ace like Freddie Peralta from the Milwaukee Brewers is a possibility being heavily discussed. If this trade comes to fruition, Peralta would join Garrett Cole, Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, and Cam Schlitzer, forming a rotation that could arguably rival any other in baseball. Peralta's past season was exceptional, posting a record of 17 wins and 6 losses, a 2.70 earned run average, over 200 strikeouts, and a whip of 1.075 across 176 innings pitched. The addition of a pitcher of his caliber could immediately counter the moves made by division rivals and solidify the Yankees as a dominant force in the American League East. Meanwhile, the Yankees have also set their sights internationally, particularly on the Japanese ace Tatsuya Imai. With rivals like the Boston Red Sox making their own moves and the Toronto Blue Jays signing Dylan Cease, securing a top-tier pitcher from overseas could provide the Yankees with a strategic advantage. Recent reports suggest that the San Francisco Giants may be easing off their pursuit of IMI, while the Blue Jays are shifting focus to bullpen reinforcement rather than starting pitching. This opens the door for New York to potentially secure a premier international arm who thrives under pressure and fits the Yankees' competitive ethos. IMI himself has expressed a desire to challenge the Los Angeles Dodgers rather than join them, signaling an opportunity for the Bronx Bombers to add a high-caliber talent with a strong competitive mindset, further enhancing their roster for the upcoming season. The decisions facing general manager Brian Cashman are monumental. Choosing between Dominguez's speed and contact abilities and Jones's raw power involves weighing immediate trade value against long-term potential. Meanwhile, securing elite pitching, whether through blockbuster trades like Peralta or international signings like IMI, could define the Yankees' competitiveness for years to come. Every move has consequences, and the dominoes are falling quickly as the offseason unfolds, shaping what promises to be one of the most compelling chapters in recent Yankees history. As the Yankees navigate this critical offseason, every decision becomes a chess move with massive implications. The outfield dilemma, while significant, is just one piece of the puzzle. The front office's ability to balance immediate impact with long-term development will define the team's trajectory for years. Jason Dominguez and Spencer Jones, two of the most exciting young talents in the organization, are both in positions where their futures could shift dramatically based on who the Yankees target this offseason. Dominguez, with his impressive offensive toolkit, represents a high-upside player who could immediately contribute in multiple facets if utilized correctly. His speed, base-running instincts, and emerging power profile make him a player capable of influencing games in ways beyond traditional metrics. At the same time, his defensive struggles in the outfield create a challenge, forcing the Yankees to make a tough call. Is it worth keeping him and adjusting around his weaknesses, or trading him for proven assets that could address other roster deficiencies? Spencer Jones presents a different, equally tantalizing scenario. At 6'7", Jones is a rare talent whose power potential is immense, but the strikeout concerns cannot be ignored. He has the ability to change a game with one swing, yet his contact issues at the plate make him a riskier bet to stick immediately at the major league level. The Yankees could attempt to integrate him gradually, perhaps starting in AAA while building a strategy to maximize his impact in the majors, but doing so could limit his development and delay the payoff on such a valuable asset. If a trade opportunity arises, the Yankees would be wise to consider capitalizing on the current momentum, moving him for pieces that could shore up the rotation, bullpen, or even provide depth in other key areas. The choices are complex, and the path forward requires careful evaluation of potential return value versus long-term upside. Meanwhile, the pitching picture is equally fascinating. Acquiring a pitcher like Freddie Peralta could completely reshape the Yankees' rotation, addressing gaps exposed during last season's postseason and providing a clear answer to the Blue Jays' offseason maneuvers. The combination of Cole, Rodon, Fried, Schlitzer, and Peralta would create one of the most formidable rotations in baseball, blending veteran experience, power arms, and elite strikeout ability. The strategic advantage of securing Peralta is clear. He not only provides immediate frontline pitching, but also elevates the team's depth and flexibility, allowing the Yankees to weather injuries or manage workloads more effectively. This move signals to the league that New York is serious about reclaiming dominance in the American League East, a message that resonates not just with fans but with the competition as well. On the international front, the Yankees' pursuit of Tatsuya Imai adds another layer of excitement. Securing a premier talent from Japan would not only enhance the pitching staff, but also reinforce the organization's reputation as a global destination for elite talent. IMI's competitive mindset, ability to perform under pressure, and track record in Japan make him a highly coveted addition. With rivals like the San Francisco Giants potentially stepping back and the Blue Jays focusing elsewhere, the path to landing IMI appears increasingly favorable. This opportunity represents more than just acquiring a player. It's a chance to bring in a pitcher with the poise, skill, and mentality to thrive in the intense environment of Yankee Stadium, where every pitch is scrutinized and every performance amplified. The Yankees' front office faces a delicate balancing act, managing high-profile free agents, top prospects, and potential trades, all while keeping payroll flexibility and roster depth in mind. Each decision has a domino effect, influencing not just the present season, but the team's trajectory for years to come. Adding a superstar outfielder, for example, could elevate the lineup dramatically, but it also creates positional congestion that affects the development of Dominguez and Jones. Similarly, securing elite pitching through trade or international signings could solidify the rotation, but it requires careful consideration of which assets the team is willing to part with and how that impacts the overall roster balance. In addition to the high-stakes moves, the Yankees are also weighing more subtle strategic adjustments. Platooning players like Dominguez and Jones could be one way to maximize offensive output while mitigating defensive or contact concerns. But this approach has limitations. Dominguez's struggles against left-handed pitching and Jones's contact issues make the ideal platoon scenario difficult to implement effectively. Furthermore, relying too heavily on such arrangements could slow the development of both players, leaving them in limbo without a clear path to full-time major league roles. The front office must weigh immediate needs against long-term player development, a challenge that requires careful analysis, scouting input, and a willingness to make bold, sometimes difficult decisions. While the Yankees evaluate these scenarios, the broader context of the American League East cannot be ignored. The Blue Jays have made significant moves, signing Dylan Cease and shifting resources to their bullpen, while the Red Sox continue to pursue their own pitching targets. Navigating this competitive landscape requires strategic foresight, timing, and precision execution. Every acquisition, trade, or international signing has the potential to shift the balance of power, making the offseason as compelling and critical as the regular season itself. For the Yankees, the goal is clear: assemble a roster capable of competing at the highest level, balancing elite talent with depth, and ensuring that every move positions the team for sustained success in the postseason. Off-season narratives are not just about numbers and statistics. They're about timing, opportunity, and seizing momentum when it matters most. The Yankees' potential to land a superstar outfielder, a top-tier ace, or a premier international pitcher represents a convergence of these factors. Brian Cashman and the front office must navigate competing interests, weigh risk versus reward, and make moves that resonate both on and off the field. Fans are watching closely, understanding that each decision has consequences that ripple through the team's competitive landscape, influencing everything from lineup construction to postseason expectations. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. Whispers swirled through the baseball world late last night, carrying a shockwave that few saw coming. Bichette has reportedly confirmed a lightning-fast agreement with the New York Yankees. Though no official announcement has surfaced, insiders close to the situation insist the shortstop's move is all but sealed, sparking an electrical storm of speculation from Toronto to the Bronx. According to those familiar with the negotiations, the deal materialized in a matter of hours, catching even seasoned observers off guard. Bichette, known for his polished swing and magnetic presence, has long been a cornerstone in Toronto's lineup. making the rumor of his abrupt shift to pinstripes all the more startling. The chatter suggests that the Yankees acted with uncommon urgency, pushing forward with an aggressive pitch that allegedly left no room for hesitation. Some reports claim Bichette himself confirmed the agreement to individuals in his inner circle, fueling the fire burning through front offices and fan bases alike. Around New York, murmurs grew louder as players and staff were spotted exchanging knowing glances, though none would comment publicly. Meanwhile, Toronto circles reacted with disbelief, with many wondering whether this signals a new phase of rapid roster turnover or simply a misread spark in an overheated market. If the rumor proves true, the Yankees could be on the verge of reshaping their infield with one of the game's most dynamic talents, while Bichette would step into one of baseball's most scrutinized spotlights. Until any official statement surfaces, the baseball world remains suspended in anticipation, parsing every clue, every whisper, every hint of confirmation that this stunning move has indeed been set in motion. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.